Supreme Administrators, dear children, my dear brothers and sisters, it is my good fortune to be with you this evening to share a few thoughts which will be entirely based on my little experience with this organization. We call this organization Brahma Kumaris is a family. It is a family without any divisions, without any boundaries. Family where we are brothers and sisters and the children of the Supreme Father. It transcends all mundane, those things which tend to divide humanity. It is purely a spiritual family which goes beyond caste, creed, religion, language, nationalities, and all sorts of boundaries. It is also a university in its own way, where, again, we regularly study, and study what? Study to make ourselves better beings, better persons. We study to make the quality of our life better. We study to make this world a place where everyone is free without any fetters, no sufferings, a world which we can call heaven. We study to spiritually grow. We study to earn blessings. We study to become better human beings. Then it is an organization also, wherein we have our own administrative structure, but again, based on spiritual principles. There is no hierarchy, and our chiefs are also like our senior sisters, mothers. It is only to run that someone is designated as chief or deputy chief or zonal chief and so on. But underneath runs the spiritual principle that we are all souls, children of the Supreme, and we are real, godly servants. Ishwariya Sevadhari. Now when this term comes to our mind, that we are godly servants, just as we have public servants who call themselves, we are on the service of the government and we are there for all the 24 hours. Similarly, we are godly servants available all the 24 hours. Now, to be a good godly servant, leave aside the word administration. To be a good godly servant, what is it that is needed? Is it merely rule book? Is it merely the principles? These are the principles that you have to follow. These are the maryadas that you have to follow. Yes, of course. Because if it is not there, then no organization can run properly. It is the spine of the administration. But side by side, along with it, the approach that we have towards this, that is more important. And this we call humanitarian approach, or you may name it leading from the heart. We have grown in this organization. We didn't know what the administration of the world is. But of course, we have seen our seniors. We have seen the founding father, Brahma Baba, how he used to lead. And our chiefs have been following it. And we feel such a beautiful way of running such a huge organization with 8,500 centers spread over 137 countries. And you are dealing with not your own people, but you are dealing with different varieties. People coming from different backgrounds. How could this happen? Nowadays, of course, there is this concept. There used to be time when we used to lead only through our brains. But of late, it is being increasingly recognized. It is very important that we see who is behind the paper or the file that I am dealing with. It is not merely a machine, it is not merely a file, but there is a person behind the file. I was deeply touched When I heard one IAS officer speak at the conference in Mount Abu, how casually and how at times I feel ignorantly we just misunderstand things. He narrated one instance, and I'll narrate one or two more to highlight this point, how important it is to lead through the heart. It seems one IAS officer went to give a lecture at some academy. Then you know very well there are some people who give respect and there are those who are a bit arrogant and they don't express their respect. And generally when the professor enters the class, people stand up. He saw everyone stood up excepting one person. He himself said, I was also egoist, and I made it a point that after the lecture is over, I'll go and meet him. Lecture went on well, and after the lecture was over, he goes to meet the person, and he was astonished to see that man did not have legs. He did not have both his legs. They were nearly, my eyes were moist. How frequently we misunderstand things. At times we feel, oh, he's such an arrogant person, he couldn't stand. Entirely not knowing he doesn't have legs at all. There was another person, and this person was being transferred to some other department or to some other city. He did not want to be transferred. And he did not have those guts to go and speak to the officer, and the officer also did not speak. Poor fellow, he approached someone and requested him to recommend his case and let him not be transferred. This was intolerable. How could a person just get his case recommended? It was not tolerated. So people started saying lots of things, and ultimately this IAS officer says, when the file comes to me and I am about to sign his transfer orders or suspension orders because he got the recommendation done, he just got a thought. No, he just received a message. That gentleman wants to see him. Now, this IAS officer said, I was also a bit arrogant, egoist kind, and I said, still a thought came to my mind, shall I see him before signing, or I see him after signing? He says, I called him, and when he came, he did not look very arrogant kind of a person or a person who was a rebel or something. Simpleton, simple person. And in a very meek manner, in a very humble manner, he said, "Sir, I don't want to be transferred. The reason is, I have two daughters, and those two, mother is not there. I have fixed up some machines at home. These two daughters are physically handicapped. I have fixed those machines at home. When I go back, I get them, go to the exercise and all these things. This is how I'm running my life. If I'm transferred, all these things, how will they happen? This is my worry." Scenario changed. A helpless person is at the mercy of the officers, which is a genuine demand, genuine request. Heart melts. And dear brothers and sisters, very, very frequently, I myself was a very strict person, let me tell you. Discipline means discipline. Time-bound things. If you have to do something, this is the time you have to do it. How you do it, it is your headache. But things should be produced. Slowly, when we get opportunity to interact with the people, heart starts melting. And heart understands how difficult it is at times for the people. We in India at times used to say, even now, people talk of so-and-so country's management, so-and-so management, but I am very proud of our own country. People say, in America, it is a boss who goes to the seat of the junior, puts his hand on the shoulder of the junior and says, "How are you?" and all that. Fine. There are small little things that matter a lot. Just as one is empathy, just as I have my own emotions, I have my own likes and dislikes. Similarly, the person that I am dealing with also has all those emotions, also has that kind of personality. How nice it would be if I put myself in their shoes and try to see the problem. Then probably I'll be better performer. Second thing, which I have learned from this organization, I have learned from a founding father, Brahma Baba. There were nearly 350 people coming from different family backgrounds. And you know, not everyone has the same kind of educational and culture and social upbringing. They're different. When I was young, I would never accept. I recall once, I'm a very fast worker those days, fast work. Very fast. And people used to think how they'll be able to adjust with me. There was one brother in my office. was very, very slow, good at heart, but very slow at work. You can just imagine when I'm so fast and the person that I have to deal with is so slow, it used to irritate me a lot. He would take 5 minutes to come from there, and this would give me irritation. And once I raised my voice, and when I raised my voice, our senior brother just entered into the office. He said, Ashabin, what is wrong? I said, he cannot walk fast. His mind is so dull. He said very nice thing. He said, if he was fast as you, then he would be sitting in your seat. And this got rested in my mind. It's true. I have to. He said 3 things, our founding father. Number 1, accept your people as they are. We are not prepared to accept them. We want them to do the things which they are not capable of. They do not have that ability and capacity. And we want them to do. How can that happen? This will make me angry. My ego is there already. How can I be a good administrator? Good administrator has to get the work done. He has to run the ship. He has to run the machinery. It is his capacity. It is his ability to get the work done from the dullest person. This is why he is what he is. So our founding father, he taught us. And my senior brother also said the same thing. Sister, you will have to accept them as they are. One thing. Number 2, when you accept them, then your heart will go to make them learn. You want the things to be done in your own way, then your heart will go. And this will make a person better, efficient. It is no joke. What I am saying to you, I have seen with my own eyes. Simple electrician. Baba converted him into such a person that electric engineers used to come to consult him, because he had a lot of experience with it. How did it happen? If I take up this case, first, he was accepted. Then Baba had faith in him. Faith means vishwas, trust. Faith in the person, trust in the person. And when a person feels that I am trusted, the result is naturally he comes forward with more things. And this is how slowly started looking after our headquarters campus, Pandav Bhavan, Mount Abu. Then another campus was created, Gyan Sarovar. He was given that responsibility. Further, Shantivan, the biggest complex that we have in the institution, whole thing was set up by him. It is love, faith, appreciation, acceptance, that makes a person grow. And behind this was a spiritual principle. Child, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. So when you make a person get encouragement from you, the person tries to return it multifold. So one, acceptance. Number two, 3 A's. Acceptance. Number two, appreciation. Tell me, who doesn't want it? Who doesn't want it? When we were growing up, we were told by our seniors, outsiders, some speakers when they used to come, how a person introduces you is very important. It makes the speaker happy, light. Whether you are that or you are not. But when the coordinator is introducing you, appreciating your some special points, you feel that you have to stand by it. Similarly, if little appreciation is there, then people feel more encouraged and they make a decision within themselves, maybe not in a group or so, next time we'll still do better. We'll still do better. Third thing is adjustment. Acceptance, appreciation, adjustment. Accommodation, you mean. Accommodate is better word. Adjustment, I have to adjust. Accommodate that person. When a person is yours, it is not that 100% all good qualities are there. There are certain negative qualities also. But you have to accommodate it. You have to adjust yourself to it. Sometimes when some sisters are introduced, they say, sister, she's good at everything, but she's very moody. Her mood gets upset very fast. Now it is your choice. If you're in dire need of it, you'll say, okay, I'll adjust. If you're not, you'll say, no. So, person with good and bad qualities, when he is there with you, we need to adjust and accommodate. We cannot just reject a person. We have to weigh. And what Baba used to do, it is not that if some negative quality is there, he will allow that negative quality to prosper forever. No. At times, he would call that person. This is another way of dealing with the problem. He would call that person and say to him, you have this good quality. And if you do this, nothing like that. आपके अंदर जैसे डॉक्टर इंजेक्शन देते हैं तो पहले क्या करते हैं, थोड़ा सा लगा के उसको ठीक करते हैं ना, स्पिरिट लगाएंगे, कुछ करेंगे, उसको ठीक करेंगे, उसके बाद फिर इंजेक्शन देते हैं. तो बाबा कहा करते थे, पहले आप व्यक्ति को प्रशंसा करके उसको थोड़ा, आप कड़वी बात कहने जा रहे हो उसको एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए उसको तैयार तो करो, तैयार तो करो उसको। और उसको तैयार करने के लिए क्या करो, पहले उसकी महिमा करो, खूब महिमा करो। महिमा समझते हैं, प्रेज, खूब महिमा करो। और महिमा करने के बाद फिर उसको कहो सारी बातें ठीक है, एक थोड़ी सी बात तुम ये ठीक कर लो ना। तो व्यक्ति को ये लगता था कि बाबा जो कह रहे, बाबा ने मेरी केवल ये गलती नहीं देखी, लेकिन बाबा ने मेरी इतनी सारी अच्छी बातें भी तो देखी। हाँ बाबा, मैं जरूर करूंगा, मैं जरूर करूंगी। This is how he used to deal with us. The reason is, dear brothers and sisters, if we look at the history of the world, presently, all of us believe that this is the fag end of Kali Yuga. Right? In the Kali Yugi world, how can you expect a person to be 100% perfect? It cannot be. It cannot be. There was time when the golden age was there, when our mind, our intellect, our actions were in consonance with each other. And they had strength, controlling power and ruling power. Both the powers that were there with us. We had full control over our senses, and we had full ruling power through our mind and intellect. Nowadays, the things are very different. मन कुछ कहता है, बुद्धि कुछ कहती है, कर्म कुछ होते हैं। डिफरेंस है। मैं कहना नहीं चाहती थी, पता नहीं मेरे मुंह से कैसे निकल गया। नो रूल, नो कंट्रोल। When I am not under my own control, how can I expect this with others? So leading from the heart means look at yourself first. Okay, small little exercise. Can you draw a circle? Imaginary circle in front of your eyes, can you? You have drawn it? Write the name of the person who you love the most. In the circle, write the name of the person who you love the most. Done it? Okay, now draw a little bigger circle. And write the name of the persons who you love the second most. Done it? Okay? Okay? From behind? Okay? Okay. That's it? Okay. Now you write the name, now you draw third bigger circle, yet bigger, and write the name of the person who you love the third most. Done it? Done it? Anyone can share? What did you write in the first circle? Mother and wife. Yes? Anything else? In the first circle, how many of you wrote your own name? See? 8 or 10. We don't love ourselves. If I love myself the most, then I will do all those corrections that I am required to do, the ones that I know already. I realize these are the things that I need to correct. So first circle, me. I was traveling in Europe a few years back, and when I reached Switzerland, they had kept one topic, and it was Scotland. Scotland. They had kept one topic for my talk. Change. Who? Me? What do you think? Change. Who must change? Do you think I should change? Me? And it was very interesting. We want everyone else to change, but we don't want ourselves to change. When I love myself, then I will start leading from the heart. All those angularities, all those things that are crooked in my personality, I will start giving them up, removing them from my life. This is one thing. Then leading from the heart means to be compassionate, to have a balance between love and law. I said in the beginning of the lecture, it is very essential that rules are the spine of the society. And if we play with the rules, the spine is damaged and the structure is topsy-turvy. We have to go by the rules, but there are ways in which we tell the rules. That can be said in a compassionate manner. If I have to suspend a worker, I have to do it. It is exemplary punishment. If I don't do it, others will also raise their heads. I have to keep the rules going. But there is a way in which I can tell that rule, I can convey the orders to the person. That can be done through compassion, kindness, mercy. I know of an IS officer who was the health secretary of the country. He had to suspend a person, which he did, and later he went to his family and convinced the family about the wrongdoing of that person, and he also saw to it that the woman, the wife, got a job somewhere else. Compassionate grounds, you can help a person. सस्पेंड करने के बाद फैमिली तो जीरो पर आ गई ना, लेकिन आप कोई रीत से मदद तो कर सकते हैं ना, कोई तरीका आप अपना सकते हैं ना। कहीं उस महिला को, कहीं उस व्यक्ति को किसी प्रकार के जॉब पर लगवा तो सकते हैं ना। आप नहीं लगवा सकते, आप किसी को कह के भी तो करा सकते हैं ना। Leading from the heart. Similarly, we have to improve, and I say improve because generally we are weak at it. Our listening and our speaking. Generally, in the offices, big ego is always there. And they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. There was one brother. Whenever I wanted to say something, he would say, समझ गया, मैं समझ गया. आखिर मैंने एक दिन पूछा, मैंने कहा बताइए आप क्या समझे. It was not right. जो वो समझे थे वो right नहीं था. Otherwise, out of ego, we generally say, हाँ जो आप कह रहे हैं ना, आपने इतना ही कहा ना, उसी से मैं समझ गया. नहीं, कई बार सामने वाला व्यक्ति अपनी बात को पूरी तरह एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर पाता और हम उसके एक दो शब्दों से सोचें कि हम उसकी सारी बात को समझ गए. ऐसा नहीं होता. हमारी लिसनिंग और हमारी स्पीकिंग, मैं अपनी बात को कैसे कह रही हूं, दैट इज इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट. कम्युनिकेशन, कौन से वर्ड्स को मैं चूज कर रही हूं, that is also important, very important. आप कोई अगर नैन नहीं है, आप उसे कहें अंधा तो नहीं लगता है ना. आप उसे नैन सुख कहिए, कोई और शब्द दे दीजिए जो हमने बचपन में पढ़ा है, लेकिन बड़े होते हैं तो हम भूल जाते हैं. वो शब्दों का चयन, वो तो मेरा सॉफ्ट हो सकता है, उस पर तो मैं ध्यान दे सकती हूं. लीडिंग फ्रॉम द हार्ट. अगले व्यक्ति के इमोशंस को, उसकी फीलिंग्स को समझने का प्रयास करें. सिमिलरली, जिन चीजों को मैं समाज के आगे एक लीडर के नाते मैं प्रस्तुत करती हूँ, अपनी वर्णन में, लेक्चर्स में, अपने आप से थोड़ा सा ये भी पूछ लें, क्या सच में मैं स्वयं इनको अपने जीवन में अपनाई हूँ? Do I walk the talk? दिमाग कुछ कहता है, लेकिन आपका व्यवहार आपका प्रतिबिंब है. आपके व्यक्तित्व की पहचान है और लोग इस चीज को अप्रिशिएट करते हैं. साथ ही साथ दूसरों में ट्रस्ट रखें. गिव अथॉरिटी. अथॉरिटी दे, उसके अंदर एक भावना पैदा होती है, कहीं ना कहीं जो मुझे ये अवसर मिला है, इस अवसर को मैं अच्छे से अच्छे रीति से यूज करके दिखाऊं. ये उसकी अंतरात्मा उस व्यक्ति की उसको बोध कराती है. और अगर ये काम होता है तो मेरा अपना काम कम होता है. आई एम एबल टू डेलीगेट. डियर ब्रदर्स एंड सिस्टर्स, leaders do not create followers. Leaders create leaders. This was told to us way back 78 years back. And I really appreciate how great visionary he was. 78 years back, he said, आपको औरों को आप समान बनाना है, अपने जैसा बनाना है. आमतौर पर लोग कहते हैं अगर मैं इसको अपने जैसा बना दूंगा तो ये तो मेरी सीट पे आके बैठ जाएगी, मैं कहाँ जाऊंगी। नहीं, एक लीडर दूसरे को आप समान बनाएगा, आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी जो आप कुछ नया और कर सकेंगे। बहुत आनंद है। और ये मैं बात अपने अनुभव से कह रही हूँ, अपने एक्सपीरियंस से कह रही हूँ। इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में हमने ये बात सीखी है। Have unlimited heart, accept people, and God, destiny will give you such opportunities where you'll be able to excel once again. You will never lag behind. You will never be like others. You will always be the leading light. Things which, dear brothers and sisters, are never asked for. And I always repeat them whenever I have a gathering like this. One is love. Number 2, respect. And number 3, blessings. किसके हाथ में चाबी है? मेरे हाथ में। दूसरा, रिस्पेक्ट। रिस्पेक्ट के हम भूखे हैं। ये मेरी रिस्पेक्ट नहीं करती, वो तो उसकी मर्जी है ना। आप किसी से जबरदस्ती रिस्पेक्ट करवा सकते हैं, उसकी मर्जी है, वो रिस्पेक्ट करे या ना करे। नहीं, रिस्पेक्ट पाने के लिए मुझे काबिल बनना होगा, ऐसा काबिल जो अपने आप मुझे रिस्पेक्ट मिले। और मीठे भाइयों और बहनों, इन सब से ऊपर उठ करके है सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट। आज हम लोग अपनी एस्टीम में कहाँ रहते हैं? मैं दिल्ली में हूँ, गुड़गांव में रिट्रीट सेंटर है, जैसे यहाँ पर है ऐसा वहाँ रिट्रीट सेंटर है। हमारे पास कंपनी से लोग आते हैं, मैनेजर्स वगैरह आते हैं, जो उनके एचआरडी होते हैं। वो क्या कहते हैं हमको, दीदी इनको ना सेल्फ एस्टीम पे कराना। सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट, मैं जो हूं सो हूं। अपनी रिस्पेक्ट मेरे अपने हाथ में है ना। आई हैव टू लिव बाय व्हाट आई एम। अरे एक राजपूत को कहा तुम राजपूत, और ये तुम उठा नहीं सकता। उसने स्मृति दिलाई अपने आप को, मेरे पूर्वज कैसे थे, और लकड़ी का वो कहते हैं ट्रंक उसने हाथ में उठाया। हम नहीं कर सकते। दिल की बात है, मन की बात है। तीसरी चीज, ब्लेसिंग्स। आप कभी ऑब्जर्व करिएगा, मैं तो करती हूं, कभी ऑब्जर्व करिएगा, 2 बहुएं जब अपनी सास के पांव को हाथ लगाती हैं, एक के प्रति भावना कैसी है, दूसरे के प्रति कैसे, उसके चेहरे से पता लगता है, फेस बताता है। मैं आपको कहूं आप मुझे ब्लेसिंग्स दो, आपकी मर्जी है, आप मुझे ब्लेसिंग दे या ना दे, आपकी चॉइस है ना। मैं आपसे जबरदस्ती तो ले नहीं सकती, लेकिन हाँ, मैं इतना अच्छा काम करूं, इतनी अच्छी बनूं, जो मुझे लोगों की ब्लेसिंग्स अपने आप मिले। ये तो हो सकता है ना। ये मेरे हाथ में है, जो मेरे हाथ में है वो मैं कर सकती हूँ और मैं करूंगी। लोगों से ब्लेसिंग्स मिले। ये 3 चीज मांगी नहीं जाती, 3 चीजों के काबिल बनना होता है। ये तब होगा जब आप स्वयं पर थोड़ा काम करना शुरू करें। ठीक है। और जहां भी आप हैं, आपके हैदराबाद में नागार्जुना फर्टिलाइजर्स से मेरा पुराना उनके साथ बहुत पुराना नाता रहा है। जब उनके चेयरमैन थे या एमडी मिस्टर केवी के राजू, उन्हें कुछ सुनाने का माउंट आबू में मुझे अवसर मिला था। उसके बाद मैं हैदराबाद आती रही, कई बार आई। मिस्टर केवी के राजू वॉज ए टेरर इन हिज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, टेरर, हार्ड टास्क मास्टर। यहाँ तक कि जब उन्होंने सेवा केंद्र खोला, हमारी बहनों को कहा गया, मिस्टर राजू 6 बजे बोलते हैं तो बहन जी आपको 6 में 5 मिनट पर तैयार होना है, 6 के 10 सेकंड नहीं हो सकते, इससे पहले तैयार होना है। समझ गए, हम लोग उसी अनुसार करते थे। जहाँ मिस्टर राजू अपने कैंपस में चले आते थे, लोग डर के घबरा करके अपने अपने ऑफिसेस के अंदर घुस जाते थे, कहीं सामने दिखाए। वेरी हार्ड टास्क। लेकिन जब उनको ये ज्ञान मिला, उन्होंने स्वयं को स्पिरिचुअलाइज किया कि मैं एक आत्मा हूं, अपना प्रशासक हूं, अपना एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर हूं, और जिनको मैं देख रहा हूं वो कोई फ्लैश एंड बोन्स नहीं है, उनके अंदर भी आत्मा है। जैसे मेरी आत्मा है ऐसे इनकी आत्मा है, जैसे मेरे गुण हैं ऐसे इनके गुण हैं। आज मैं रोल प्ले कर रहा हूं एक पोजीशन से, ये अपने रोल प्ले कर रहे हैं अपनी पोजीशन से। We are all actors in this world drama, और हर एक के रोल को अप्रिशिएट करना है। अगर आज मेरे टीममेट मेरा साथ न दें तो मैं क्या कर सकती हूं? जब उनके माइंड में ये स्पिरिचुअलिटी के आधार से बातें बुद्धि में बैठी, उनका एटीट्यूड अपने सारे भाई बहनों के प्रति जो नागार्जुना फैमिली थी बदल गया, बदल गया। He started mingling with his people, started taking coffee and tea with his people, started communicating with his people, started understanding his people. And जिस दिन उन्होंने शरीर छोड़ा, उस दिन भी मैं हैदराबाद में थी, और मैं आपको बता नहीं सकती लोग कैसे जार जार रो रहे थे। They were weeping. It is not that our MD, but it is the father of Nagarjuna who is gone. हमारा father जैसे चला गया। I've seen it with my own eyes, this transformation. इस प्रकार अपने हृदय से, दिल से जब हम व्यवहार करते हैं, एक दूसरे के संपर्क में आते हैं, धीरे 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 खुद तो हम बदलते हैं, लेकिन हम अपने साथियों के साथ भी सुख और चैन की, और अपना जो कार्य हमें मिला है प्रशासन का, उसको हम बहुत प्यार से, प्रेम से और आंतरिक संतोष जिसमें आपको मिले, इनर कंटेंटमेंट, satisfaction, what you have been doing, आपको संतोष होना चाहिए ना, वो संतोष आपको प्राप्त होगा। इसके लिए मैं आप सबको एक छोटी सी आपकी बहन होने के नाते एक राय दूंगी, और वो ये है, हम लोग करते हैं सारे दिन में, जब आप अपने ऑफिस में हैं, थोड़े समय के लिए, आफ्टर एवरी 2 आवर्स, देखिए आपके पास समय मैं मानती हूँ चंक में नहीं निकलता, लेकिन 2-3 मिनट का समय निकल सकता है। People are used to taking coffee, people are used to smoke, people are used to making phone calls, you receive visitors, there are a variety of things you are doing. आप बीच बीच में हर 2 घंटे के बाद 3 मिनट के लिए अपने आप को अपने कार्य से विड्रॉ कर लीजिए। Withdraw yourselves from your files. Just sit down deep in silence. Open the computer of your mind and just see what is going around. Things that are going well, allow them. And things which you feel are not good, just think about it and give it a direction. My experience is, in deep silence, your intuition starts working. Sometimes your decisions will change. Allow your intuition to work. When you silence your mind, your intuition works. Otherwise, the jungle of thoughts. वो 2-3 मिनट आपको बहुत राहत मिलेगी और आपको महसूस होगा जैसे कि आपकी थकावट मिट गई। साइलेंस में बहुत बहुत शक्ति है, उस शक्ति को यूज करिए। ठीक है, इन शब्दों के साथ मैं समाप्त करती हूँ। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर गिविंग मी पेशेंट हियरिंग। ओम शांति। For a few minutes, would you like to sit in silence? 5-7 मिनट के लिए बैठेंगे? तो एक बार ऐसा करिए, एक बार ही उठ के खड़े हो जाए, थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेच कर लीजिए। Yes, you can stretch yourselves. थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेच कर लीजिए, थोड़ा सा घूम लीजिए। अभी जो आपके साथ हैं उनके साथ हैंडशेक करके, हैंडशेक, स्माइल दीजिए अच्छी तरह से। गुड फीलिंग्स। नाउ यू कैन सिट डाउन। काइंडली सिट स्ट्रेट। आपकी बैक स्ट्रेट हो और जो आपके पाँव हैं ना धरती पर हो, इस तरीके से बैठ सकते हैं। सो द cycle of the energy is complete. Okay? Try to keep your eyes open because Raj Yoga is Karma Yoga, जो कि चलते फिरते उठते बैठते आप करेंगे। अपने ध्यान को चारों ओर से हटा लीजिए। तीन बार गहरी सांस लेकर के निकाल दीजिए, as though you are throwing your stress out. अपने मोबाइल्स ऑफ कर लीजिए। अपना ध्यान अपनी ओर ले आए। स्वयं को देखें। मैं कौन हूँ? इस शरीर रूपी मंदिर में मैं एक अति सूक्ष्म चैतन्य ज्योतिर्मय बिंदु आत्मा हूँ। I am an infinitesimal point of light, seated in the center of my forehead. मैं आत्मा अति शांत स्वरूप शांति मुझ आत्मा का स्वधर्म है। शांति मेरा स्वभाव